And now time is called here with the potential tying run over at first. They're not going to have chances as they've made the move to a pinch runner now. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Quick check on that tying run at first, and the runner back safely. Aaron is off of first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. In there, now the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Final strike for the Blue Jays. Runner breaks for third. And this one's in the dirt. Oh, and the pitch is low, and it won't be dug out, so he's going to take third on the stolen base. He loses him on ball 4.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone, so he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Here's Matt Adams now. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
3-1 to him now. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. Fouled off. Payoff pitch one more time. And it's fouled away. 2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Shot toward right center. And that gets down. This is going to tie the game and maybe even win it. And the Blue Jays are winners in walk-off fashion. And guys, time to recognize the man who really stood out this afternoon, and there he is. Troy Tulowitzki. Take a snapshot of that. He's our tops player of the game. And now a bit of a surprise here as we'll have a pinch runner take over at third base now. In now is Adam Eaton, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Right there. He's there.
And he is out at the plate. He tried in vain to score the tying run, and this place is going crazy. The ball game is over. A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Baltimore used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Antonio Rosado gets the win.
A manager addresses his team about their recent slump.
And in this critical spot, we're going to see a pinch runner here as he'll take over at first, representing the possible winning run. Here's Randall Grichuk. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 1-1 pitch. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base.
I'm not sure what else the defense could have done there. They pitched out and the throw was pretty good, but they still couldn't cut him down. You kind of just have to hope he gets a bad jump.
Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. And the runner's breaking for third. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. Now a pickoff play at second.
He's safe.
A dive, but he's back. Runner goes for third. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up. Now batting, Walter Aaron. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. Throw comes in quickly, so the winning run advances to second now with only one away.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Here's Randall Grichuk. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
The 1-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Possible game winners at second base here with one away. Two and two.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Standing in, Troy Tulowitzki. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. Solarte heads for the plate. And they're going to walk off here with a 5-4 win.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
This evening's game comes to an end. 5-4, the final tally. We are north of the border. So striding in, Walter Aaron, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Counts 1-0.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Solarte leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. To 2-2 now. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
Got him to go down. Digging in, Walter Aaron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-0.
And a neck-high fastball that time.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the end. Coming to the plate now, Walter Aaron, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. From the stretch, very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. In front of the changeup there, as this is chopped foul at home plate. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the third time in this game.
Now at the plate, Walter Aaron. Here's the first pitch to him. And he fouls this one off. Popped him up. Wheatley is under it. 2 gone. So stepping in, Walter Aaron. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Well, he's hoping to be a hero and drive in the winning run, but that swing tells me he's a little too amped up. You don't chase a pitch that badly if you're playing within yourself.
Count is 1-2 now. Now the 1-2 pitch. Missed with a slider.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. So digging in now, Walter Aaron. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Hey, what a great pitch right there in a big situation to pull a string on that changeup. He knew that hitter was going to be super aggressive.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Ready with another 2-strike offering down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And he strikes out again. And that's the 5th time he's punched out today. A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. Juan Minaya claims the win out of the pen, his first. Luis Avilan hammers down the save, his 11th. Afternoon baseball on. Marco Estrada, the right-hander from Mexico, gets the ball here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Stepping up to the plate, Walter Aaron. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
2 strikes.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Liner in there for a base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And the Jays are in business now. It's a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Striding into the box, Scott Schebler. He drew a walk his first time up. Spin and a throw back to second, and the runner back easily. Now a spin and another throw back to second. And a dive, but he's back.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto.
And now he'll go back to second another time here. And a dive, but he's back in. Here it comes, 0-2. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Schebler even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Fouled off. Another full count pitch home, and it's fouled away. Aaron, the runner at third with no outs. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with 1 gone. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
The 2-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game. Stepping up now, Walter Aaron, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Oh and 1. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
And that's his first triple of the season. The way he exploded out of the box, you knew he was determined to get to third, and he made it happen.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short.
Anderson brings it in.
And not in time as the run scores. Throw to first, not in time as the run is across to score.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a big RBI late in the game here. They take a 2-0 lead, D-Row. The way the pitching's been for them tonight, they're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Walter Aaron. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Solarte, the runner at second with 1 away. Line towards center field. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. And the throw in gets away from him. And he's up to third safely now. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win. And this man led the charge. He's our top for the game.
Yeah, he picked up 2 hits in this one, and both were well hit and timely.
And in a tie ball game late, they're going to make a move here as we'll see a pinch runner come on at first base. Stepping into the box, Matt Adams. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. No run. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. The Yanks came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the And in a tie ball game late, they're going to make a move here as we'll see a pinch runner come on at first base. Here's Matt Adams now, and he has a great opportunity to win it here. Winning run at third base, nobody out. Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Possible winning run 90 feet away with nobody out. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. And they got him at second base on a good, smart play that time. Scott Schebler is into the game as a defensive replacement.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
9-6, the final tally in this one. We are north of the border in Toronto, and the retractable roof is closed for comfort today. Stepping in, Walter Aaron, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball one. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
Hit sharply on the ground. Taken in by Kipnis. One there, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Digging in now, Josh Donaldson. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. The 1-1 home. Pitch is high. The throw. Tag from Kipnis, and he's out at second base. Digging in for his second at-bat, Walter Aaron. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's...
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases. And the runner is in from second. And not in time as the second run scores.
And this is a dream start of an inning for the guys at the plate and a nightmare for the pitcher and the defense. No outs, runner at first and second, and he just ropes a triple to start what could be a huge inning. Already a rough frame, and there are still no outs.
The 1-2. Fouled away.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Line drive to center field. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have...
Digging in and looking for more, Walter Aaron, and he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you gotta be ready for the heater.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Ready for another chance? Walter Aaron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one.
0-1.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just a tick behind for a strike.
He's got to find a way to set his sights down, but if I'm the pitcher, I continue to climb that ladder until he makes an adjustment.
3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they...
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. Ryan Tepera earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. And in a tie ball game late, they're going to make a move here as we'll see a pinch runner come on at first base. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Head-to-head matchups with Brad Peacock. He's a .417 hitter. Now the 2-1. A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And a relay to the plate. He's in there at the plate. And they've jumped ahead here in the 10th.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
He's safe.
And to me, they just can't let guys get lead like that, especially knowing that the guy behind the plate isn't known for his arm. Here he swipes third, and they just kind of gave it to him.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Digging in once again, Yonhervis Solarte. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Lined hard to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. The next 3-2. Down the third baseline. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. One run is scored. And the runner from second is in to score. That makes it 7-4.
Hey, D-Row, that's a big RBI right there. Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
10-4, the final in this game. The Toronto Blue Jays scored 10 runs on the way to victory.
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game.
And we're going to see a change on the base paths here as we've got a pinch runner set to come on at first, representing the possible go-ahead run. Ready for another shot now, Josh Donaldson. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And the runner back. Now the 1-1 pitch. To 1-2 now. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he will be nailed at third on a questionable decision, to say the least. Coming to the plate now, Walter Aaron. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Glass. And that retires the side. Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one. Afternoon baseball. Digging in, Walter Aaron, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, both the first 2 games of this series have been nail-biters, but they've been able to find a way to win. And if you're going to the postseason, you need to be good.
Into the box now, Walter Aaron. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Now the big overhand curveball makes him swing and miss.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up. Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Settling in now, Josh Donaldson. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Aaron gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now a snap move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Now the 2-1, and there he goes towards second. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. The 2-2. He's running again. Hit high and deep to right center. Liriano is in pursuit. 1 out. Throw back to first. On to first, and they get the double play. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. Head-to-head history with Aaron Sanchez. He's gone just 2 for 13. He's taken him deep once. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Well, it's one thing to make a mistake pitch and have a guy blast one for a homer. In that case, you know it's your fault. But here, he just barely gets enough of it to the opposite field, and it's gone. Great swing and all, but as a pitcher, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is in the air to left field. Aaron is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Now at the plate, Walter Aaron, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer. If he puts somebody else on, we'll see if he can find it.
the 1-0. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Martin at second, Pilar at first, 2 out in the inning. 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that. Next will be the designated hitter, Zach Cozart. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Here's a huge swing by Cozart and a drive to deep left field. And that is off the wall. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he'll make it to third base. Almost a home run there, but he's got himself a triple instead. Striding in, Walter Aaron, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And, boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Got him to go down swinging. Digging in the switch hitter, Walter Aaron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hot shot toward third, right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. So it.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the 9th, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
A 1-run finish. And in this critical spot, we're going to see a pinch runner here as he'll take over at first, representing the possible winning run. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. The winning run is at first base. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he'll dive back in. Now the 1-2 pitch. Pitch inside, the throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Russell Martin now. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Turned on down the line. Bird has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Rendell Grichuk is into the game as a defensive replacement. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
It wasn't a huge offensive day for him. He only had one hit, but he definitely made it count.
And in this critical spot, we're going to see a pinch runner here as he'll take first, representing the possible winning run. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. Runner back safely. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And now they've got him in a rundown. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might.
And now they've got him picked off, and they'll tag him out near first. Scott Schebler is into the game as a defensive.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
A 2-0 finish today. Dylan Betances gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Adam Warren earns the save out of the bullpen, his 9th of the year. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian.
A manager confronts his club about an unacceptable team statistic.
Now with one away, they'll make a move for their bench as we'll see a pinch runner take over at second base. Digging in to try it again, Russell Martin. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 1-1 home. Runner's on his way to third. Strike taken, the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on 2-2. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. So striding in, Adam Eaton, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Final strike for the Blue Jays. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over. 4-2 the final score tonight. The New York Mets took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Noah Syndergaard earned his 5th win of the year. Jerry Blevins wraps it up for the save, his 10th. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Well, everyone was treated to a really... And we're going to see a change on the base paths here as we've got a pinch runner set to come on at first, representing the possible go-ahead run. Here's Randall Grichuk head-to-head against Anthony Swarzak. He's 0 for 9. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Grichuk puts a good swing on it. This ball's carrying well to left. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one as they've taken a 2-run lead.
And they complete the comeback with a flourish, going deep with a grand slam.
Next for the Mets, Wilmer Flores, a hit in 2 tries so far. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Aaron ranging back. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. Oh no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. Now the relay home, but not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1. Digging in, Travis d'Arnaud. Flores takes his lead at third with one away. Swing and a fly ball. And this should at least get home the tying run. The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And the tying run is in to score from third. It's a 6-6 ball game. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in Carlos Castro. He flew out in his last at-bat. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd. Into the box now, Walter Aaron. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. First pitch on its way. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing. Runner at first here, one man out. Tough to get fooled any worse than that. He's in a hole now, 1-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away. And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. Anthony Swarzak gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Jerry Blevins records the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that'll just about MLB The Show's coverage. Michael Pineda will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Aaron moves over, 1 out. A chance now from Target Field to take a look. Into the box, Walter Aaron. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Popped him up. Sano in foul ground. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. On the ground to the left side. And that'll get on past Tulowitzki. It's a base hit. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Adaptive perseverance.
The next Twin up, Miguel Sano. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Aaron has it in his tracks. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's Brian Dozier now. In prior meetings with Marco Estrada, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Now the 2-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Aaron sprinting after it. 2 gone. In now, Walter Aaron. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. A look at our line score to this point. Striding in once again, John Flowers. He got called out on strikes his last time through. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Aaron racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Byron Buxton. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 1-2. Left side. Donaldson's there. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Now the number 4 Minnesota hitter, Justin Smoke. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Aaron on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Stepping into the box, Walter Aaron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard but foul.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Swing and a line drive, but foul.
Oh, that's foul.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Ready once again, Walter Aaron. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Fastball in there for a
Ball
called
one's the
strike.
count.
Hildenberger, 28 years old. He was taken in the 22nd round during the 2014 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
2 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched 1-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. Toronto pick up win number 20 on the year. Ryan Tepera wins his 4th game out.